Hi everyone, it's Lisa here, and I'm hijacking Sandra's channel yet again for another cut file, whatever day this is, Saturday. So I am taking, I showed you those cut files that I'm using today, and if you search filigree flowers in the Silhouette store, they come up. And I am using, this is gouache, and I just got it from my recent haul. If you watch my last haul video over at my channel, you'll see me showing you this gouache, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful paint. I cannot even tell you. So I'm going to start off by using this, it's called, I believe, Shell Pink. Yeah, it's called Shell Pink, and I'm just putting it down on the paper. I'm just using a 12 by 12 Whisper White cardstock from Stampin' Up. And I put that paint down and I just wet my brush a little bit and just spread it out. And it gets it a little bit thinner. I'm using this picture from it's of my husband and I when my daughter, it was her college graduation. So the picture's from there. And I'm just going through the National Scrapbook Day kit from Click Kits, and I wanted to try and use up more of it. I'm trying to kill it, so I'm hoping to get maybe a few more layouts done because it's a long weekend here in Canada. Whoop whoop! So hopefully I can get to it on Monday, but I'm just showing you some of the papers that I'm using. So yeah, Sandra is busy today, so I hijacked her channel for her so that she would not miss her not cut file Friday, but her cut file video for the month. And yeah, and I'm sorry if I sound nasally. I'm still getting over my whole cold and flu bug and whatever I had. I have no idea. So I'm still getting over that. So I'm just going through these little pieces. I really like that black and white diagonal stripe. That just makes me really happy. So I'm going to just kind of take little tidbits of all the pieces of paper. And while that paper is drying with the paint on it, I'm just trying to add some layers of pattern paper and just using very, very subtle color. I used a scrap of some pink cardstock and pink pattern paper, as well as this kind of like minty green. And I do have a minty green of the gouache that I'm going to use as well, and it is called exactly mint green, and it's beautiful. I cannot tell you how much I love these paints. I am so gonna get me some more. They're gorgeous. So I'm gonna you're gonna see me now. I'm taking that mint green gouache and I'm gonna wet my brush, and I'm even gonna dip it back in and get it really saturated, and that way I can spread it out a little bit more. And I'm just creating these horizontal stripes with the gouache. And you probably don't need to use even as much gouache as I did, but I did. And I'm just going to take another line of that shell pink and I'm going to go towards the bottom and just spread it out a little bit. And it does mix in with the green, but I'm okay with that. And I didn't go all the way to the bottom, so what I'm going to actually do is after I get kind of everything situated, I'm going to trim down this white cardstock. So here I'm just drying that. And the one thing I'm going to tell you about that gouache is it dries super fast. It soaks into that paper really well, and it doesn't seem like it buckles it even when it added water. So here I'm just laying down some of these filigree pieces, and it's just going to create this beautiful frame around that picture. I just love how it turned out. I'm going to glue down my picture first, and then I'm going to tuck all those little pieces underneath the picture. It's really hard to get them back into the same spot that I had them in, but I'm going to try and do my best. And some of them are very, very finicky, so I'm just using some Tombow dot tape runner, and I'm going to stick it down, and then after I'm going to go over with some matte medium that I have in a little fine liner, and then that way I can kind of get into those smaller bits. And if I am a messy gluer, which I totally am, it's not going to show after it dries. So I kind of like using the matte medium now because I'm a super messy gluer. So yeah, I'm just tucking everything underneath the photo. I'm overlaying some of the pieces even as well, and that's just going to kind of add a little bit extra interest to this. I like that black and white stripe that's on that one Project Life card that's on the side there. So you're going to see me cut that little strip off in a minute here. So to make sure that I'm going to keep my layout balanced, I'm cutting 1/2 inch off of the bottom, and then I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off of each of the sides, and that's going to keep my picture in the center of the layout. And then I'm just going to mat it on some black cardstock. And this is Bumbleberry or Blueberry or I don't know, something like that Bazzill cardstock. It was just one that I had in my stash. And I just like how that kind of frames that whole photo, especially that there's a lot of black in the layout. Like there's that black frame, the picture's black and white. It just kind of frames everything as well. So here I'm going to cut that little strip off, and I'm going to tack it towards the bottom. And then I'm going to take this gold frame and I'm going to cut it into 2 bits, and I'm going to tuck it on either side of the photo. Not while I don't have any problems with it getting hooked up in those little die cuts. So again, just going to put that on the other side, and that's just going to frame that photo. It's going to draw your eye in towards it. And I'm just looking through the Project Life cards here to see if there's anything else I can use. And I'm kind of like, nah, I like the florals the way they are, so I didn't want to like do too much. Also in the National Scrapbook Day, there was these really cute wood veneers, and one says Happiness Found, and I'm going to use that one. I had a couple other ones out, but I just wanted to use that one. I'm going through the die cuts that came in the kit as well. And I'm going to pull out, there's a couple of these flowers, and I'm going to use them in there. And that's just going to kind of tie everything in with the florals in the background. And I also pulled out this, not enamel dot, I'm sorry, Flare Badge. Oh my goodness, I've had a long day. That flare badge that says passion, and I'm gonna stick that on the left side of the photo, just kind of underneath that floral. Just kind of layering everything down. And again, here you're gonna see my little bottle of matte medium, and I have it in this fine liner, and trust me, it's freaking amazing. If you like glossy accents but you're a messy gluer and then you don't like that it has like the glue left over, like you can see the shine of the glue, I recommend doing this. You can get like fluid matte medium or matte medium, whichever, they're both the same thing. You can get them pretty much anywhere, like Michaels sells them a whole bunch of places, and just pour from the big bottle into that little fine liner, and it works out awesome. Here I'm just using some of these black foam thickers. I think these are from the Maggie Holmes line, or they're from the Amy Tan line. I can't remember. And I'm just going to put the title I Love Right Now, and I'm going to do some journaling, and that is pretty much going to finish off this layout. I was going to add some black India ink, but I couldn't find it, and I feel like the layout would probably be a little too heavy with the black India ink, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. And stay tuned for the close-ups because they're coming up right after this. And yeah, so thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned for Sandra's next video, and I'm sure I will hijack her channel another time here, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!